Hi viewers, నేను మీ డాక్టర్ కోలా. Welcome to another episode on Deputy Examination and Diet Lectures. So previous class we had two topics, Indian knowledge system, Vedic education as well as Vidya Pravesh. So today we will discuss Indian knowledge system, Buddhist system of education, Jain system of education, Islamic system of education or Muslim system of education. Right? అసలు బుద్ధిజం ఎందుకు ఎవాల్వ్ అయింది, జైనిజం ఎందుకు ఎవాల్వ్ అయింది? ద రీజన్ ఈస్ దట్ దెర్ వాజ్ రీసెంట్ ఇన్ ద పబ్లిక్, అంటే ముఖ్యంగా వేదిక్ ఎడ్యుకేషన్ పీరియడ్లో రిచువల్స్, పెర్ఫార్మెన్స్ ఆఫ్ రిచువల్స్, దట్ ఈస్ సాక్రిఫైస్ ఆఫ్ యానిమల్స్ అండ్ పూజాస్ అండ్ ఆల్ దిస్ థింగ్ లెడ్ టు రీసెంట్. సో ఇన్ 6th century AD we can see the emergence of Buddhism and Jainism. ఏవైతే పశు సంపదనకు, అదేవిధంగా సాక్రిఫైజెస్కు వ్యతిరేకంగా, టీచర్స్కు వ్యతిరేకంగా 6వ శతాబ్దంలో బుద్ధిజం ఎమర్జ్ అయింది. ఇట్ వాస్ స్టార్టెడ్ బై లార్డ్ గౌతమ బుద్ధ, who is called as the light of Asia. This is the point to be remembered, light of Asia, right? So Buddhism as well as Jainism started as 6th century, right, as a recent to Vedic system of education, right? సో మీకు అందరికి తెలుసు, ఎక్కడ గౌతమ బుద్ధ వాజ్ బోర్న్ ఇన్ సాక్య డైనాసిటీ. హిస్ ఫాదర్ వాజ్ సుధోధన and he was the ruler of Kapilavastu. These are the basic things, right? Mother is Mayadevi. Though he is called as Gautama Buddha because he was brought up by Gautami. Okay, there is a tradition in Indian rulers that the rulers are called by mother's name. When you see history, Satakarni is Gautami Putra Satakarni, Vasishtha Putra Pullamavi. Right? So he was moved by 4 things. Gautama Buddhudu 4 విషయాలకు అనుస్థాపం చెంది he renounced the world. The 4 things what he saw was an old man, ఒక ముసలి వ్యక్తిని, రెండవది a sick man, and third one was a dead body, and fourth a wandering ascetic, ఒక మాంక్ని చూశాడు. సో ఈ 4ని చూసిన తర్వాత తన 29వ ఏట, at the age of 29, he observed penance for 48 days. After seeing these things, he observed penance లేదా మెడిటేషన్ చేశారు 48 రోజులు. సో he got what to say మోక్ష ఆర్ what to say enlightenment అంటే వారి జ్ఞానోదయం అయింది. ఇప్పుడు 48 రోజుల తర్వాత 29వ ఏడున అప్పుడు వారు ఫస్ట్ వారి యొక్క ఆలోచనలు ముందు పెట్టడం జరిగింది. అది మనం చూసినట్టయితే ఈ రోజు ఫుల్ మూన్ డే ఆఫ్ వైశాఖ శుద్ధ పౌర్ణమి రోజు, రైట్? ఇది కూడా గుర్తుంచుకోవాలి. థర్డ్ థింగ్ ఈజ్ దట్ ద ఫస్ట్ సెర్మన్ ఆర్ ఫస్ట్ ఏదైతే వారు ప్రీచింగ్ చేశారో దాన్ని ఏమంటామంటే ధర్మచక్ర పరివర్తన అంటాం, రైట్? ధర్మచక్ర పరివర్తన ఇట్స్ వెరీ ఇంపార్టెంట్. And you see, the 3 books which are to be followed in Buddhism are Tripitikas: Abhidhamma Pitika, Vinaya Pitika, Sutta Pitika, Abhidhamma Pitika. 3 books which are Buddhists follow are Vinaya Pitika, Sutta Pitika and Abhidhamma. The preachings are written in this. And Buddhists follow Ashtanga Marga, 8-fold path, right? This is about Buddhism. Okay, but coming to education, there used to be viharas. So in Vedic system of education, manam emanam, we were saying that ashramas, gurukulas. So in Buddhist system, the monasteries are called as viharas. So the basic education of a child in Buddhism starts at age of 8, which we call as pabbaja. The ceremony performed at the age of 8 is called, to bring into education, is called Papaja. Mari 12 సంవత్సరాలు, after 12 years the education will be completed and he will be leaving the monastery or vihara, and the ceremony performed is called Upasampada. These are the 2 points to be noted regarding education system of Buddhism, right? So Papaja at the age of 8 and Upasampada at the age of 12, right? So Particularly, these are the two things which have to be remembered in the what do you say, Buddhist system of education, right? And teacher, if we want to be a teacher in Buddhism, he has to complete nearly 10 years of teaching, 10 years of mastering the profession of teaching, right? And to be Acharya, he has to get 7 years of experience. So there are rules and regulations for to be a teacher, right? And you see, the curriculum included Buddhist social philosophy, writings, Arabic mathematics, arithmetic, mathematics, Ayurvedic medicine, physiology, agriculture, handicrafts, spinning, weaving, knits, stitches, business, military, training, archery, sculpture, music. So almost all things are coming to teaching methods. The teaching methods are very important, particularly when we are still thinking of Vedic education. We said everything goes on orally, Shravanam, Mananam, Nididhyasanam. In the same way, here what we call oral method, question answer method, discussion method, conversational method, practical method. And you see, Buddhist education was called as education for all. Vedic system of education law, what we see is that it was carried out in Sanskrit, and Sanskrit was the language of light. So, when we say education for all, Buddhist system of education carried out in Pali, local languages. And the universities to be remembered at the time of Buddhist education are Nalanda University, Vikramasila University, and Taxasila University. Right? Nalanda, Vikramasila, and Taxasila University. Right? So these are the main points in Buddhist education. And coming to Jain system of education, it's told that Jainism evolved emerged along with Buddhism, and basically we call Mahavira Vardhamana as the prophet of Jainism, but he is the 23rd Tirthankara. First Tirthankara is Rishabha Deva. Okay, first Tirthankara is Rishabha Deva. So it also focuses. Yeah, he also comes. You see, he is also a Kshatriya who revolted against the sacrifices and all these things, and started Jainism. Okay, Jainism believes in three things, what we call three Tirthankaras: right conduct, right knowledge, and right faith. These are the three things we have to remember regarding what we say worship Tirthankaras of Jainism. And coming to what you say, the knowledge Jains considered in five ways, what we call as Mati Jnana, okay, sensory knowledge, then Shruti Jnana, scripture knowledge, then Avadi Jnana, extrasensory knowledge, and Manaha Prayara Jnana, right? Mind reading knowledge, and lastly, Keval Jnana. Keval Jnana is absolute knowledge. So these are the five ways of acquiring knowledge. Okay, these five has to be remembered. And already told that Jainism has 24 Tirthankaras, and Vardhamana Mahavir is the 24th, right? And what are the educational objective of Jainism is well-being of the world and attainment of heaven. Okay, both Buddhism and Jainism are thought of attaining moksha, right? Then coming to the curriculum, what it included, as I said regarding Buddhism, included reading, writing, general mathematics, grammar, astrology, yoga, music, Ayurveda, Tantra, politics, and chemistry. Right? Then teaching methods include Sravana, okay, listening, meditation, okay, Manana, Nididhyasana, and other methods of education. And also we had monitor system of education, and also these are the teaching methods, right? And you see, teachers to become a teacher, he has to spend at least 10 years of Parivrajaka's life, means wandering monk. See, where in Buddhism it was 10 years for early, and Acharya 7. Here to be a teacher, what we call, it has to be a wandering monk. So 10 years of wandering monk. Okay. So teacher is supposed to guide the child in right path, right knowledge, and right way, right? And you see, women education was also given importance in Jain system of education. Basically, they contributed to cultural development in the education system, and even called that they studied philosophy also. Right? This is about Jainism. Coming to what to say, medieval or middle age. In 8th century, there were invasions of Turkish people or Muslims from different area, and we have Muslim system of education in this period, and they tried to spread this system of education in India. Um Particularly, it started with Ghazni, then you see it started in 6th, 8th AD, and 110% it was established by 16th Mohammedan rule. Okay, Muslim rule was established, started in 8th century, and by 16th they were uh, perfectly established in India. And their system of education, particularly, what are the education objectives of Muslim education? We see diffusion of knowledge. Okay, knowledge, diffusion of knowledge will be leading to God. Okay, then proselytism, right? It is very important. Education is the right tool to spread religion and read the essence of Holy Scripture. That is called as proselytism, right? And you see, propagation of moral values. It focused on propagation of moral values, and education should lead to livelihood. And you see, education also should know how to carry out political system. And you see, many who learned Muslim education worked as qazis, okay, nazirs, right? And even they were appointed as doctors, right? So, and you see, we sometimes see Akbar had some formulated system of education. And when coming to education system of Muslim or Muslim period or Muslim education, primary schools were called as maktabas. What they were called? Maktabas. And high schools or colleges were called as madarsas. Yes? You see, maktabas or madarsas are there in the mosque, and you see, there used to be dormitories, and gurus, you see, gurus and disciples used to reside in that, what to say, dormitories of the mosque. And the basic thing is that we have 2 points here. Primary education, it is called maktaba. High school, it is called as madarsa. And you see, when we are saying about what to say, India Vedic system of education, we said from Brahmins 8 years and Kshatriyas, okay, like that. So start of Upanayana, and in Buddhism we said of what we said about Pabaja, and in Muslim education also, the education of a child starts from 4 years, 4 months, and 4 days. What we call it as Bismillah. What we call is a Bismillah. This is an important point to be noted. And you see, the child is made to wear new clothes and made to recite some verses from the Quran, okay, Holy Quran, right? So the education starts with this one, and Maktaba is the primary school, and high school is called as Madrasa, right? So purely when we see that one in the system of Muslim education, they used to teach, okay, moral values. They used to teach poems from Zulekha, Yusuf, Laila Majnu, and Sikindar Nama. Right? These are the things. And even you see, when you're coming to curriculum of madrasas, okay, madrasas, usually madrasas were reachable to people of high-fi societies and rich people, or what to say, clerks in the, okay, the officials in the kingdom. So the curriculum taught usually was Arabic, particular focus was on religious education, Arabic, grammar, literature, logic, philosophy, jurisprudence, astronomy, and you see mathematics, history, geography, medicine. Right? These all were taught. Right? These all were taught at the time of Muslim education. It comes under what is the curriculum of Muslim education. Then we see the period of staying at madrasas was 12 years. Right? 12 years the child has to stay in madrasas. And you see in Muslim education there are some terms to be removed. What we call as Tawheed Ilahi, divine monotheism. Monotheism. Monotheism is worshipping single God. Okay, right? Worshipping single God is called monotheism. Monotheism. Okay, what we call in Urdu term is Tawheed Ilahi. Right? Then you see there are subjects like what we say Tabzi, medical education, that used to be there. Then Riyabi, science. Then you see Ilahi, spiritual discussion. Right. Besides that, you see the system of education include monitor system of education. Right. Higher class children used to teach lower children, and you see punishment and rewards were a part and parcel of Muslim education, because anything beyond going beyond moral values was considered as wrong. And you see punishments you included whipping, hanging upside down, handcuffing, right? And children who were performing well and good intelligence and very much religious were rewarded. And you see they were given certificate called Sanar certificate. You see, you have to remember that one, Sanar certificate. And you see women education was at wheels, okay, very less. But we see in Muslim education few people like Babar's daughter called Gulbadan Begum, who wrote about her father Humayun, who wrote about her brother Humayun. Gulbadan Begum called Humayun Nama. Right. Again, we mentioned Sultan Razia, who is graduated in martial arts. Sultan Salima, Nur Jahan, Mumtaz Bahar, and Jahanara Begum are few may name to be mentioned in Muslim system of education. And coming to guru-disciple relationship, teacher and student has to respect the guru. This is about what to say Islamic system of education or Muslim system of education, which prevailed from 8th century AD to 16th century AD. Right? Coming to Hindu system of education, as you see, there was a widespread Muslim system of education from 8th century to 16th century of AD. Hindus tried to have their education because to maintain their culture and tradition. And coming to Hindu system of education, primary schools were established in the streets with the donations of the people. And when we come to college, we used to have Sanskrit schools. Okay, this is all were patronized by the people, affluent people in the society, and particularly there at the time there used to be two sects, what we call Shaivas and Vaishnavites, and Vaishnavites tried to spread their system of education, because you see we can see the prominence of Bhagavad Gita at that time. And particularly Hindu system of education tried to establish itself because they want to say that Hindu system they want to protect their religion, and they want to say that Hindu system of education is better than other things. Okay, and it was the need of the time that to maintain the culture and traditions of Indian system, Hindu system of education was needed at that time. So basically, we'll come to different gurus at the time of another chapter. So in this chapter, I tried to focus on three systems: Buddhist system of education, Jain system of education, and Muslim system of education, and had a glimpse at Hindu system of education. But basically, you have to remember that main points where I tried to focus, that points are very important. Hope that this will be useful for you. Signing off, your Dr. Gola. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.